Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Detroit Tigers franchise here on Cardboard Cutouts. And we're moving right along in this season as we get to September, and you know what that means, September call-up time. And here are the suggestions that they offer us: Cabrera, Montano, Funkhauser, Sanchez, and Packard. We're not going to call up Montano this year. He's going to finish the year in AAA. It's too soon to call him up. And Funkhauser is actually hurt for a couple days, so he is off the suggested list as well. So we're going to take the first look at the first person here, and that's going to be Cabrera. He's thrown 15 innings since he's been demoted, 14 strikeouts, 6 walks, no earned runs, and a .67 whip. So he's done what he's needed to do, fix what he's needed to fix. It's been demoted. So we're going to call him back up. He's going to get his second chance at the majors, and hopefully he can keep that thing going. Now the next person I look at here is Aromas Aidman. Consider calling him up, giving him a few at bats, a couple times to play in the field, but I just think he needs a little bit more seasoning. He's pretty decent. He's a really good fielder, but I just think he needs to finish the year in AAA and really see where the season goes. Plus, he's on a bit of a cold streak. So that brings us to Bryant Packard, and with Nelson Cruz on the roster, we only really have 3 true outfielders, as Gonzalez is more of an infielder. So I'm going to call Packard up. He's going to get his shot at the major leagues as well. So we're going to jump into the first game of the month here against the A's. And Bryant Packard will actually lead us off here. Has a 2-2 count. He hits a ball pretty well hit to center field, but it doesn't have the legs as that dives right at the warning track, and that's caught for out number 1. And that will bring in Willie Castro to bat next. He has a 3-1 count, and he looks at ball 4. So we're going to have a man on here. That'll bring in Jeimer Candelario to bat, a 1-0 count, hard hit ball. Second baseman fields it, throws it to second, throws it on to first, and that is an inning-ending double play for the A's. So Casey Mize gets to start. He has a 4.94 ERA and a 1.47 whip. He is just once again not having a very good year. He didn't have a good year last year, and he's off to another bad start this year. So he's going to have to do something to really figure it out, turn it around. But he's going to start off against Bo Bichette, who's going to be first pitch swinging a line drive to left field, but Bryant Packard will run it down and make the catch for a very quick out, number 1. Next up is Michael Taylor. He's looking at a 2-0 count, a chopper down to third, and that's Nunez actually playing third, who fields it and flips it to Cabrera at first for out number 2. That'll bring up the very dangerous Matt Chapman with a 3-2 count. He's going to send a chopper back to the mound. That's speared by Mize, who flips it on to first, and he's going to have a 1-2-3 first inning. So we're going to jump ahead to the top of the third and look at another young guy, Brock Deathridge. He has a 1-2 count, and he'll swing through strike 3 for an out, number 1. And then next up will be Yario Gonzalez, 1-2 count. Pretty good hit ball, but right at the second baseman, who fields it and throws it on to first for the second out. So we're actually going to jump ahead to the top of the fourth. Bryant Packard leading us off. He sends a little line drive to left field, and that is going to grab some grass. He's going to have himself a leadoff single, but not only that, he is going to have himself his first major league hit. So that's pretty nice. He got called up, gets to play the first game, and gets his first hit. So Candelario's up now after out from Willie Castro. He sends a chopper down to the shortstop, but he was covering the bag, so that gets by him, and we're going to have 2 men on with only 1 out. That brings up Bob Montez with Tigers threatening here, but he's going to send a chopper to second base, on to second, on to first, and they get another inning-ending double play. So we're going to move on to the bottom of the fourth. Michael Taylor is staying in again, 2-2 count. He's going to send a ball right at the second baseman. Montez fields it, throws to first for out number 1. Next up, Matt Chapman again, 1-0 count. He hits a hard hit ball, but right into the shift, and Willie Castro makes the play and throws him out at first. So that'll bring up another power hitter in Matt Olson. He's going to be first pitch swinging, and this one is long gone. The shift doesn't help when he hits it past the shift. 1-0 Oakland here. So that'll bring up Jorge Soler, another power hitter, and he chases the ball outside and somehow muscles it to left center, and that falls in to keep this inning alive. That'll bring up Miguel Andujar now, and he's going to send the ball to right field. Pretty well hit, but that doesn't have enough carry as that's caught for the out. So we're going to jump ahead to the bottom of the 7th, and outside of that home run, Casey Mize has been pitching pretty well, and in stands Jorge Soler again, and he's going to send a ball to the wall and right, and he's going to get himself a leadoff double. So after that, we decide to go to the bullpen. We bring in Gerson Moreno, who's had a very, very good year for us. So we brought in one of our better relievers because we really want to keep this game 1-0 and see if we can't come back to tie it or take the lead. He'll face off against Miguel Andujar, who sends the ball on the ground to the right side. And we're going to get the out here, but the runner does advance to third. We only have one out. So that'll bring up Sean Murphy now. Full count, and he'll swing through strike 3, out number 2. So can Gerson Moreno get out of this as Chad Pinder stands in the bat? Full count, and he'll strike out as well. Gerson Moreno strands that runner at third, and it's still 1-0. So we're going to jump ahead to the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Tigers. Bryant Packard leading us off. 2-2 count, and he will get frozen for strike 3, out number 1. That brings in Willie Castro. First pitch swinging. That is deep to right. Doesn't have enough. No, it doesn't. But the right fielder makes a diving attempt, and it gets by him. Castro's going to make himself all the way to third, and we're going to have a man on third with only one out here. So can we capitalize? Candelario up to bat, hard hit ball up the middle, but that is a diving stop by the second baseman. They had their infield drawn in, and he was able to make the play. If he was in his normal spot, that gets through and the game is tied, but that is just an amazing play. So Bob Montez now, a man 90 feet away from tying it. 3-0 count, he swings at the fastball down the middle, and it is not enough. That is run down, and the Tigers lose this game in brutal fashion, 1-0. So we just did not have the best games. As you can see, our offense didn't. Only a couple people got a hit today. We only had 5 hits. We were shut down. Casey Mize picks up the loss. He probably pitched the best game of the season, and he had to get the loss because our offense could not be there for him and back him up. But that's the way it goes. So we're going to check out our AAA team. They're only a half game behind the Storm Chasers for the first place of their division. So we're going to head down there and check it out. And another reason why I wanted to check it out is Riley Green gets his first at-bat in AAA here. As he leads us off, he's going to send a ball up the middle, and that gets through. Riley Green will have himself his first hit in his first AAA at-bat. So that'll bring up Miguel Montano now, and he sends a little blooper into left, and that gets down as we have quickly 2 men on here, nobody out. Next up, Eric Haas. He's first pitch swinging, and that is caught on a line by the second baseman, 1 out. Nick Ames stands in the bat, and he just sends a high pop out into the infield, and that's an infield fly. Batter's out number 2. And Christian Stewart stands in next, and he just misses this ball. But that is going to be a fly out to center field, and we do not push a run across as the inning ends. So Tarek Skubal is going to get the start here. He has 128 innings pitched, a 3.23 ERA with a 1.37 WHIP. He's had a pretty good year so far. So Ivan Ortiz stands in first, 0-1 count. He sends the ball on the ground, and the first baseman fields it, flips it on to Skubal, who's covering for out number 1. Next up, Tristan Pompey, 0-1 count, and he sends the ball to shallow right center. Montano runs back and makes the catch for out number 2. Next up, Rick Thomas, and he's first pitch swinging, and he sends a liner just past the diving Aidman at shortstop, but the inning will continue on that single. So that'll bring up JJ Bled, 1-2 count, and he'll swing at strike 3 as Skubal sends him down. On to the top of the second, Aromas Aidman stands in now. 1-0 count, he sends the ball to left center. That's going to get down and split the defenders, and that rolls all the way to the wall. And Aidman's running hard. He fakes like he's going to third. He goes back to second and gets in just before the throw. He'll have himself a double. Now Cole Peterson, 0-1 count, a little chopper in front of the plate. They're going to get the out here, but Aidman with his good speed is going to make it up to third with only 1 out. Now, can we capitalize in this situation finally? Daz Cameron comes in to bat. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop, but because the infield was not drawn in, Aidman is going to be able to score, so we pick up the run and take an early 1-0 lead. So we're going to jump ahead to the top of the 4th. Aidman stands in again, with this time with 2 outs. And he keeps this inning alive as he sends a ball up to the middle, and he's going to have himself a single. So can we keep the 2-out rally going? Cole Peterson, he is going to send a liner to the left center. That's going to get down and roll all the way to the wall. And Aidman, with that really good speed, is going to score from first as Peterson is going to have himself an RBI double, 2-0 Toledo. Now, Daz Cameron stands in, and he's going to send a line drive to right center. That gets down. Peterson's going to run around, and he's going to score from second. And that's going to be an early 3-0 lead here for us, as our bottom of the lineup is really picking up the slack. So, on to the bottom of the fourth, as Tristan Pompey stands in. He's going to send a line drive to right that just gets over our first baseman, and that rolls almost to the wall, and Pompey is going to have himself a double as he starts off the inning. Next up, Rick Thomas, 0-1 count, line drive to right center. That's trouble, as that's going to roll all the way to the wall, and Jacksonville's showing a little bit of life here, and Thomas is going to run around and he's going to get himself an RBI triple, 3-1. Next up, JJ Bled, jeez, no outs, but he sends a pop out to shallow right. Montano rages back and makes the catch. Dang. Next up, Gerard Encarnacion, and he sends a line drive that just stays fair. So the runner is going to score. Encarnacion is going to have himself an RBI double as they get this game back within 1. It's 3-2. Luis Diaz is up to bat now, and he's going to send a shallow pop-up to center field. Montano makes the catch. Skubal 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning now. He's going to strike out Nevereto to end the inning. I am struggling with names today as we move on to the 5th. Riley Green stands in to lead us off. He sends a ball deep to left center. That gets down, and that gets by the center fielder, who takes a bad route to the ball. And Riley Green is not stopping at second. He's getting to third and in there just before the throw to have himself a leadoff triple. That'll bring up Miguel Montano, and he is going to pop out in foul territory. He had a chance for an RBI, and he just did not pull through for us. Next up, Eric Haas, 2-2, and he chases a bad pitch for strike 3. So I do not want to leave this runner stranded with a leadoff triple with no outs. But Nick Amos stands in, and that's a line drive to the shortstop. He makes the catch, and we strand that runner. So on to the bottom of the 5th, Kerry Bird stands in. He sends a ball deep to center field. Derek Hill is running, and he makes the catch just on the warning track for the out. Next up, Riley Mann with a 1-0 count, and that's up the middle. Miguel Montano ranges over, makes the play, and throws it to first for the out. What a play there. Next up, Ivan Ortiz with a 3-1 count, and he swings, but that's going to be a fly out to right field, and we camp underneath of it to end the inning. Now on to the bottom of the 7th. Tarek Skubal still pitching, and Lewin Diaz is in the bat with a 2-2 count, but he'll fly out to right field for the out number 1. Next up, Brian Nevereto, I got it right that time, 2-2 count, line drive to left center, that gets down and that rolls all the way to the wall. Nevereto is going to have himself a double here to get himself in scoring position. So that'll bring up Kerry Bird again, 0-2 count, and he is going to line out to first as the runner cannot move and score. So next up, Riley Mann, 0-2 count, and he's going to fly out to left field. Tarek Skubal is going to get through 7 innings of really quality work, only allowing 2 runs. So we're going to move on to the bottom of the 9th. Merle Sanchez comes in. Nothing too crazy eye-popping about his stats, but he's just been efficient. He's putting together a good year. I stopped stuttering. Next up, so first off is JJ Bled, 1-1 count, and that's up the middle, but Aidman fields it and throws on to first for out number 1. Next up, Gerard Encarnacion, 0-2 count, and he chases strike 3, and we have very quickly 2 outs here. And that'll bring up the last chance, Lewin Diaz, 0-2 count, and he's frozen for strike 3. Sanchez shuts the door. Toledo wins this one 3-2. So Tarek Skubal gets the win and player of the game, going 7 innings, allowing 6 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 2 earned runs. Aidman went 3 for 4 at the double, Peterson 2 for 4 at the double, RBI, and a run. Green went 2 for 5 with the triple and didn't score. But our bottom half of our lineup is where our runs came from this game, so that was nice to see. And that win will officially tie us with the Storm Chasers for the lead in our division. So I'm going to spend a little bit more time with them this coming month to see if we can't push them over the top. As we go to look at the wild card here in the AAA, we have to win the division because we're still 3 games down from the Bulls. So it'd be nice to lock up the division and not worry about the wild card. Now, another thing I'm going to be focusing on this last month is Miguel Cabrera. As you can see here, he is 4 hits away from the 3,000 hit club, and I want to get him there. So I might player lock him a little bit, as he's only played 58 games this year. As you can see, he's quickly declining. He's only a 62 overall. So with Nunez and now the emergence of Gonzalez, I don't really know how much he's really going to play going forward after this year. He still has another year left on his contract, but I'm going to do whatever I can this month to get him that 3,000 hit club, as he's also hit the 500 home run club this year. So I really want to get him there. He's one of my favorite Tigers. He's been around forever. So it'd just be nice to send him off in that 3,500 clubs. But that is going to wrap us up this episode. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget, if you're a subscriber, you can send me your prospect and we can get you in here. We'll follow your progress as we go. But we're going to wrap up here, so I will catch you guys next time.